Hello everyone, in particular my fellow South Africans. I have moved myself today to sit in front of the fire. It's a brutally cold day, cold rainy day where I am, and the weather, very Shakespearean weather, seems to echo the mood at the moment. My question for today, question from the tarot, and I'm using my trusty zombie tarot, which I really haven't used much before, but it now seems incredibly appropriate for these zombie apocalypse readings for South Africa. My question for today is inspired by two things. The first of all is an article in the Daily Maverick a while ago, I think it was about a week ago, describing South Africa as a failed state. And so it's about that. Are we at that point where we are a failed state? And what a failed state essentially is a state that cannot control its internal affairs, its security, its security state, its business. They cannot maintain the rule of law within the state. And it's a state that also cannot maintain its boundaries, so its relationship with other states. That's its broadest definition. And there's various degrees of failed states. So fragile states is another term that you could use. South Africa is certainly a fragile state. Whether it's full-blown failed state, we'll find out soon enough in our own lives. But let's just see what the tarot has to say. So that's the first thing, is the failed state aspect. The second is, will South Africa split? And remember, 120 years ago, there was no such thing as South Africa. There were two Boer republics and two British colonies that after the Boer War became the Union of South Africa. So South Africa as a concept, as a unified concept, is only 120 years old. You know, states come and go. And the idea was sparked for me by an Australian tarot reader I was watching a while back while the real trouble was going on in South Africa, who gave a very chilling reading, and he said that South Africa as we know it would cease to exist, according to his reading. And I want to explore that concept just a little bit in the sense of, will the country split? And underlying energy of the zombie tarot that I get that will color this reading is the Strength card in the reverse. Not a card you want to see when you're talking about a failed state. Strength in reverse. Weakened country weakened to the point of collapse, the authorities weakened to the point of being powerless, lawlessness taking over. That's almost a good enough answer. I could close the reading right now and stop. But anyway, what's the current situation? As usual, I'm doing scripted questions for these short readings rather than doing free-flowing readings. What's the current situation in South Africa? Where are we? Queen of Wands, and that's quite a positive energy actually. That's in the zombie tarot. She's a nurse getting busy. It's almost okay, we're going to pick ourselves up, we're going to put ourselves back together, we're doing our best at the moment to recover from this. And I think that's where we all agree we are. There's a cleanup operation. People are trying to restock their shops. They're trying to reprovision the provinces that have been plundered, trying to get supplies into KZN in particular. So we're in that state. So that's actually quite a positive and dynamic energy. That's we can fix this energy. We'll cope. We'll manage. So that's the current situation. I think an accurate enough description. Are we heading for failed state? Can the government actually pull this out of the hat? Can they recover the situation, or are we going to end up a gangster state? And quite an encouraging card actually, Six of Cups. Quite a curious card, because it's a card really about friendship and about the past and looking back and reminiscing. Maybe old alliances are going to be reforged, and because it's a reconciliation card. You go and look up your old friends when you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself, and you say, "Hey, I need some help. Can you make things better for me?" And so that's looking like they're going to be new alliances forged. People looking at old friends and saying, "We need help." It could even be asking outside for help. We hope that they don't ask one particular country for help. Go and see the reading that I'm talking about. You'll know what I mean. But anyway, both of those cards are quite encouraging. They're not cards I was expecting. Of course, we have this very weakened energy here. The country is on its knees. Literally, it's reeling. It's in big trouble. The government's in big trouble. We're in big trouble. We all know that. But the cards that have come out now, the direct cards that are speaking to the direct questions I've asked, are not discouraging cards. They are in fact quite positive. As my lights flicker, and probably Eskom is about to send out a load shedding message. Anyway, next direct question: will the country actually split? And I get the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is about rapid developments, rapid communications, rapid discussions. It's almost, in this card, in this depiction, it's broken telephones. There's a message going round, and a message and a message. So it's knock-on, it's consequences. There's potential in here for a split. If things carry on this way, if things, messages keep being sent, rumors circulate, fear mongering, all that kind of thing. There's potential in there for a split, but it is more that there is a conversation, about, can we hold this together? 8 of Wands is very much about communication here. So there are conversations, and it could even be conversations with local, provincial authorities to please help, shore me up, back me up, keep me in power. I'm going to do a reading on Ramaphosa's government and his presidency and what lies ahead for him. But so far, it looks like we're all going to be lurching along together for the foreseeable future. How is the Western Cape going to be going while all of this is going on? And we get quite an amusing card. These are gallows humor, really. The 7 of Wands. The Cape, the Western Cape, is the one that's still got his clothes on and hasn't been fully zombified. He's doing quite well. And the zombies are coming for him, but he's fighting them off. So the Western Cape is going to be really doing its best to conserve its resources and look after itself and keep itself going in a healthy and positive way. That's how the Western Cape's going to be going. How KZN and Gauteng going to be going? A very concerning card. The Sun in reverse. That is the very negative energy. That's the Sun in the upright. Rescue coming, really, with a helicopter. No rescue coming in any near term, medium term even. This is major arcana, the Sun. This is a very powerful card. So the Sun in the reverse, lack of resources, lack of optimism, a very pessimistic card, very negative card. Resources just not there, hope just not there, leadership just not there. So those provinces are in trouble. Western Cape is going to be doing its utmost to keep standing, to keep fighting the zombies off. Government is weakened. Country is trying to pick itself back up, trying to put itself back together again with our nurse there, trying to call on friends. The government is trying to call in its mates at the moment and say, help, please help me. And yeah, no split, but conversations. I think it's going to actually enter the discourse in future, the concept of a split. Even a federal split or something like that. I think it's going to enter the media as a thing that starts to become noticeable in topics of conversation, hashtags, that kind of thing on social media. So we'll see. That's my reading for today. As always, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.